The Seahawks have found what they were looking for at the offensive tackle position amid the injuries to Charles Cross and Abraham Lucas with their latest signing of Raiqwon O'Neal. Welcome in to this edition of Seahawks Today by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here to tell you everything you need to know about Raiqwon O'Neal. Now, when you heard the news about Raiqwon O'Neal joining the Seahawks, your initial reaction may have been practice squad signing, right? Wrong. Raiqwon O'Neal was on the Bucs practice squad, and so the Seahawks then bring him on to their 53-man roster, which is different from Jason Peters yesterday, who signed to the practice squad. More on that in just a second. Let's tell you more about O'Neal. Started his college career with the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, then finished at UCLA under Chip Kelly, a name that Pacific Northwest folks are very familiar with, of course, with his days back with the Oregon Ducks, now down at UCLA. And a lot of experience at the college level for O'Neal. Started all 13 games his super senior season at UCLA. That still sounds weird to say, but you guys know about the COVID rules in college football. In 2021, in the Big Ten Conference back at Rutgers, he was an all-Big Ten honorable mention selection. Now, it's going to be hard, of course, to find specific stats of what O'Neal brings to the table as an offensive lineman. But what we can point to as the starting left tackle, leading that offensive line, playing the most important position on the offensive line at UCLA, we can point to this. At UCLA last season, they had 9 different games with 200 rushing yards or more, and also had 3 games of 300 rushing yards or more last season, and all of them, O'Neal started at left tackle. So just connecting some dots here, I would beg to guess that O'Neal's pretty dang good when it comes to run blocking. Just saying. Now, after the injuries to Cross and Lucas, it was obvious this team was desperate for any type of help they could get at the offensive tackle spot. As you saw the way that second half went, when those guys went down, it was brutal. It was ruthless what this team had to endure. Geno Smith was running for his life on Sunday, and God forbid we don't want that to happen again. So please, we want those guys obviously to get healthy, but you had to do something. The Seahawks acted quickly, and they did something, and we'll see how this goes. We'll tell you more about O'Neal in just a second. But first, what is your one-word reaction to Seattle signing O'Neal? Chime in the comment section. Give me one word to describe it. My one word is, all right, we can work with this. This has got to be better than what we saw previously. I'm okay with this. Give me your one-word reaction. Let us know in the comment section. Folks, this is why you subscribe to Seahawks Today, as we bring you not only daily news and rumors here on the channel, live shows on Wednesdays. Also, we are bringing in our watch parties each and every game day. You better believe we're going to be live on Wednesday for Seahawks and Lions. Me and Smitty, of course, coming to you live here on the channel Sunday afternoon. You will not want to miss it. We're closing in on 4,500 subscribers of the channel, just 71 away. Join the family. Subscribe now for free for daily Seahawks coverage here on Seahawks Today. Let's go over the scouting report on O'Neal. Good frame work. Still has more room for muscle, so he'll get in the weight room. You'd have to think there among those hog mollies there in Seattle. He can slide his feet to seal the run blocks on that side, so he's got good footwork. That's always a positive. He responds quickly to twists. When defenders are trying to move around, he is very good at being reactionary. He does have some sloppy hand placement, so that'll be something to watch for. I'm sure that Pete Carroll and Shane Waldron are going to evaluate that and see what they can do to improve that with him. And his body control sometimes gets in the way of what he's trying to do. So that's the scouting report. Not bad for a rookie undrafted free agent, if I'd say so myself. Lance Erline, who does a great job evaluating all of these guys as they're coming out to the draft. He had this to say about O'Neal back in April. College tackle who's likely to move inside to guard in the NFL. In the Seahawks case, he'll stay at tackle. O'Neal is a much smoother pass protector than run blocker. He has inconsistent body control and sloppy hand usage as a run blocker, but he's confident in pass sets, showing consistent punch timing. He plays with a desire to win on every snap, but doesn't appear to have the skill set to do so as a pro. Today's show is brought to you by Game Time, our newest partner here on Seahawks Today, the place to go for sporting events, comedy shows, concerts, and more. And Game Time, not only is it easy to use, but you are going to get the lowest price guaranteed. Here's the deal with Game Time. I was at a baseball game a few weeks ago and was with some friends. We decided at the very last minute that we wanted to go. And so we hopped on Game Time, and we were able to get our tickets instantaneously, just in a matter of moments. And I'm so grateful that Game Time made it so easy to use. Prices are listed. You find your seat, you zoom in, you get the view of what it's going to be, and then bam, you go to the checkout section and you get your tickets to that baseball game that you were wanting to go to. Here's what we're offering here on Seahawks Today. You can get tickets, just like me, with the promo code Seahawks Chat and get $20 off. So go ahead and download Game Time, create an account, and get your tickets now, including the Seahawks football. Game Time, the place to be. Terms and conditions do apply. $20 off with the promo code Seahawks Chat. Download Game Time today. Now, I'm surprised to see that O'Neal's on the active roster immediately, but the Seahawks had to do that in order to get him away from Tampa Bay. Jason Peters, the signing yesterday, the 9-time Pro Bowler, future Hall of Famer, he's on the practice squad. They could end up swapping, but at least for now, this is what the Seahawks had to do to get O'Neal away from Tampa Bay. And in O'Neal's case, he could be in a situation where it still benefits him to stay with the Seahawks because of getting to compete for playing time. These injuries here with Cross week to week with that turf toe and Abraham Lucas dealing with that soreness, we could be looking in particular with Charles Cross out for an extended period of time. Abraham Lucas, I'm not as concerned with, and Pete Carroll didn't sound that way earlier this week, as you can see on the depth chart here for the Seahawks. O'Neal slides in there to that right tackle spot for now, but we'll monitor that and see exactly where he goes. The nerd numbers from PFF of what he did in his college career last season, not bad at all there with the Bruins. They back up what we were talking about of the run statistics last season. 822 snaps, overall grade solid, near 77, pass block grade of 73.7, and then what do you have there? That run block grade we were talking about, near 79, solid across the board for O'Neal, what he did at UCLA. Based on last Sunday with the Seahawks, I'm willing to bet just how bad things went, and not to mention the preseason and training camp, what we saw from Forsythe and Curhan. I would be willing to bet that the Seahawks are better off now with these two moves, bringing in O'Neal and Peters to compete for playing time than what we saw last week, because it was just abysmal what we saw last week. And I hope that Forsythe and Curhan stay as far away from the Seahawks starting offensive line as possible. Here's the statistics for you. Last week, the Seahawks were in a position where they gave up a ton of sacks, right? It was brutal what the Seahawks did. I would look for this team to really just buckle down, bare bones together, and see what they can do to get this team on the same page next week here against the Lions. They're going to have their work cut out for them. Aiden Hutchinson and company, let's see if the Seahawks can improve and get this thing going, because they're going to need it to get a challenge ahead this week. Great, the signing of O'Neal by the Seahawks. A, B, C, D, or F. What do you think of this move? I was caught off guard. I'm surprised by it, but the more I look into it, I like it for the Seahawks. Grade it for me, A, B, C, D, or F, and let us know what you think in the comments section. Subscribe now for more Seahawks coverage. We got you covered each and every day on Seahawks Today, and you will not want to miss out on our watch party coming up later this week. Appreciate you joining us. We'll see you next time here on the channel here on Seahawks Today.